This result was inevitable for the San Diego Padres. These mixed results are having major implications on this team, and fans, as always, are divided. Let's talk about that. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Padres Digest with your host, Andrew. Happy to be back as always. We have a mixed bag of a game yet again to talk about, and we'll get into it in a sec. Before that, though, two things we got to talk about quickly. Stick around to the end of the video because we do have some post-game fan reactions where I get you guys, the fans, involved. Post on Twitter, post on the subreddit. Maybe it'll be featured on the channel. And as always, please subscribe. I'm loving the interaction we're getting with you guys. Please keep commenting. Please keep subscribing because it is fantastic. Okay, today was certainly a day. A lot of days certainly have been a lot of days recently for the Padres. I feel like I can't remember the last time I've ever been, like, comfortable with the Padres. You know what I mean? Like, at the beginning of the year, like, you could watch a game and, like, genuinely enjoy it because it's, like, a good time. But, like, for the past month plus, maybe, it's, like, you don't know what kind of emotion the Padres are going to bring you. You know what I mean? Like, you could have a good day where, like, the Padres win. You're like, okay, I'm happy. And then the next day, it's like, please score. Please score a run. I'm begging you. That was today. Feels like a broken record, but scoring a one-run game, or scoring one run in a game is not going to win you a whole lot of games. The bullpen will not be perfect every game. Let me talk about today's lineup real quick, just before I forget. Today's lineup, bad offense, but tons of heart. What's up with Adam and Kolek? Still solid. So I know, obviously, we didn't score just one run. We scored 3 runs. I almost said 2 runs. We scored 3 runs to tie the game in the ninth, so that's why I said a lot of heart. But why do we have to wait so long to score runs? You know what I mean? And, like, our offense is so bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad Arraez hit that. But I was, like, expecting us to lose. Which I know sounds like a fake fan of me. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. I shouldn't be saying that. But, like, it's like the offense these days just doesn't give me any, like, I don't want to say any hope. But they don't give me any reason to have, like, a lot of trust in them. Let's put it that way. But Padres offense since May 1st, 7% barrel rate, 26th in MLB, 34.7% hard hit rate, almost last in the MLB, 88.4 average miles per hour off the bat, exit velocity, 28th in Major League Baseball, 369 slugging, 23rd, 130 ISO, 25th in MLB. If you couldn't tell, that is really bad. You know what else is really bad? Team runs scored. We are 20. I mean, Houston's doing good, but they're in first in their division and they're 21st. But, like, we can't score runs. And I'm sure this is bloated. Like, imagine if we didn't score 21 runs against Colorado. Let me do math. That would have been, like, what, 30? We could have been 26th on this list if it wasn't for that Colorado game. There's a lot of things going on with this offense right now. We can look at the box score real quick as always. Let me bring it back up. I mean, Bogaerts leading off I didn't love, but I mean, he didn't do awful. I mean, he got on base twice and he scored. But besides that, Gavin Sheets has been kind of cold recently. Jose Iglesias had a good game and he kind of fell off a little bit. Cronenworth is on and off all the time. Apparently the catchers are now starting to hit, which I love. I mean, Diaz had an RBI. So Diaz had a good game. Maldonado yesterday had a good game. Right when I make that video about that catcher that a lot of people didn't love. I put out 2 videos talking about players I like, Luis Roberts and now Austin Wynns. Nobody likes the players I bring up, and that's fine. I'm glad you guys feel so passionate about it. I'm going to keep bringing up players because I'm a very opinionated person. I'm going to keep presenting you with players, so hopefully one time you'll like them. But my point being is that catchers have played like they don't want to get released. I don't think we should release Diaz at all. I'm more talking about Maldonado. But, yeah, I mean, 8 hits isn't horrible. Obviously, we should be scoring more. But today just wasn't a great day. Merrill did have a better day. I mean, he did have 2 hits. I did promise you guys a Jackson Merrill video about why he's been slumping. And I was going to record it today. But to be honest, he is very confusing right now. And I'll talk about it in the video. But if you look at his Savant page, if you look at his, like, stats, expected batting average, it's like he should be hitting better, but he's not unlucky. I don't know how to explain it, and that's why I haven't made the video yet. but it's very confusing. It's like he shouldn't be slumping, but he is. But I'll talk about that at a later date. But basically, our offense, we do have heart. Don't get me wrong. We have been winning games with our heart, the power of friendship and all that. But, like, this is not sustainable at all whatsoever. Not at all. And we're going to play the Dodgers next. And if we don't figure it out, we're relatively screwed. And, like, today, I mean, the Dodgers have so many injuries, and that's the only reason why they're not blowing us out in the division right now, because if we won today, we would have been in first place. But the Padres have an inability to win on the same day the Dodgers lose. We always have to be, we're, like, equally glued together in the record standings, because we keep losing on the same days, winning on the same days. It's annoying. But, yeah, our offense has problems. So does Adam. Jason Adam also has a problem. You guys have seen it. I mean, look at the stats today. I'm not going to say this was entirely his fault today because there were some, like, defensive issues that kind of screwed Adam a little bit. Or was it Morahone? I forget already. I'm horrible at my memory. Oh, I think it was Estrada, actually. Yeah, it was Estrada. But defense hasn't been great. Adams hasn't looked great. And I don't have the exact numbers of why he's doing horrible. But if you just watch him, I mean, Adam is really losing his high leverage role, has been struggling recently. But if you watch Adam, you can kind of tell that his control has gone downhill. I mean, he still has that nasty stuff. But when you can't rein in that nasty stuff, you just become wild. And, like, Adam has become so nasty that he's wild. And I don't know what it is he has to do. I mean, obviously become more accurate, don't get me wrong. But one part we noticed, we talked about this a couple of videos ago, but we talked about how he's, I don't want to say afraid to use his fastball, but his fastball usage has gone down, and he's relying more on the breaking stuff. And, like, it's worked for him, but right now it's not. And I don't know if Niebla wants him to ramp up the fastballs. I don't know what mentality he's going in with right now, but Jason Adam is not effective right now. I mean, he's relatively effective, but he's not 8th inning relief effective. He is 7th inning, 6th inning effective right now. And that's why I'm happy Morahone and Estrada can step up. Don't get me wrong, we do have ballers in this bullpen. And I can show you the stat too. Not this one. Team bullpen ERA. 304 right now. This is from today. So 304, third place. So we have a good bullpen. And I know a lot of you guys, I kind of teased the graphic, but I know a lot of you guys might blame Morgan for this loss. I don't think so. David Morgan, 1 pitch, 1 hit, 1 home run, obviously lost us the game. But, like, as I can show you from this, it wasn't like it was a horrible pitch. It wasn't a meatball right down the middle. It was a 97-mile-per-hour fastball at the upper part of the zone. Pitches in this location at a similar pitch speed and StatCast history have yielded a 0.164, 193, 268 slash line. Sometimes you just gotta tip your cap, man. Yeah, I mean, you can blame, a lot of people are going to blame David Morgan because he's new and he's like he's a rookie and he's still pretty raw, but, like, it wasn't a horrible pitch. I think he was just looking for it, and you saw how it ended. So I'm not going to say this is David Morgan's fault. Obviously, like, we should be scoring more runs in general. So, like, that's the point of this whole team right now, is that it's a whole team loss today. But, yeah, don't pile up on David Morgan. I don't think at all it was his fault. A lot of people are. I see it on Twitter. I see it on Reddit. But David Morgan's still my guy. He's part of my little 3. Even though B-Rod's in AAA right now, he's still a part of my little 3. So I don't want to see any David Morgan hate. But yeah, let's talk about Kolek real quick, like I showed you guys on this. Kolek still solid. I'm a big Kolek supporter right now. So we saw that already. Stephen Kolek is becoming a really nice story for the Padres after throwing 5.2 scoreless innings today in Milwaukee. He has now posted a 3 ERA in 42 innings in 7 starts. Let's look at these stats real quick. Not that one. These ones. So 5.2. I mean, it's not super deep into the game. Don't get me wrong, but it's still deeper than, like, Vasquez and Cisco right now. But only 3 hits, 4 walks. I don't love, but if they're not scoring, we'll take it. I mean, Blake Snell won a Cy Young doing that, and then 2 strikeouts. So I mean, he's not nasty. And as always, I do have a baseball savant. Like, he's not nasty. People aren't hitting him relatively hard, as you can see from the barrel percent. Well, hard hit, they're hitting it hard, but they're not barreling it. Let's put it that way. And he gets a lot of ground balls. But nothing really screams amazing. But, again, he's a number 5 starter. I know number 4 right now because Michael King's injured. But when Michael King's back, he's a number 5 starter. A 3 ERA for a number 5 starter? Yes, please. More of that, please. Absolutely. We'll take that any day of the week. So I'm just saying this. I'm team Stephen Kolek. You should be team Stephen Kolek. Kolek is an enjoyable pitcher to watch, not an ace, but gives you a chance every game. That's what this team needs outside a left fielder and a catcher. Someone who can get us through a game. Unlike sometimes Vasquez and sometimes unlike Dylan Cease. But speaking of Dylan Cease, Kolek has 4 of 7 starts with 0 runs. Cease has 0 and 13. Let that sink in real quick. Kolek, I don't want to say Kolek is pitching better than Cease, but Kolek is pitching better than Cease right now. Not to hate on Cease. Cease is filthy. No one's going to argue about Cease being filthy. I mean, you probably will. I know you guys love to argue. But Kolek is executing his pitches better than Dylan Cease right now. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. I can show you one more time today's lineup. But bad offense, but tons of heart. Yes, I mean, it wasn't a horrible offensive day, but we're not scoring enough runs. That's plain and simple. But I like the heart we do have. What's up with Adam? His control is off. He's in a mental state that he needs to fix. I just realized the date was 1 day off on this. My bad. I know what today is. But Kolek is still solid, and we love Stephen Kolek as much as we love our Friar Fateful feed. First pitch, 98 fastball above the zone to a guy hitting 216 with 1 homer and 134 at-bats, and we get walked off. That's baseball. Do not blame David Morgan. It's baseball. We weren't meant to win today. The baseball gods said Padres cannot take the Dodgers in the division today. We're going to give up a walk-off home run. So that sucked, but baseball. We can't win them all. Rough. I'll take the positives that the team fought back in the 9th. Bad pitch for Morgan. Adam, bottom of the 8th. No, top of the 9th. Bad pitch for... I can count. My memory's gone. Bad pitch for Morgan. Adam was fine, but got hit by some fluky BS. Kolek was fantastic again. He deserved more run support. He should get to nut punch all the batters onward to get to win tomorrow. We need that win tomorrow because I do not want to go into the Dodgers series with a loss. One point I do want to make, actually, is I saw this on Twitter. I didn't use the tweet, but Padres have used the living heck out of their bullpen this series, and tomorrow, I don't think Ryan Berger, I still don't know how to say his name, I don't think he's going to go in too deep, so we're going to have a pretty taxed bullpen going into the Dodgers game, and I do not love that. We're going to have our best pitchers up against them, don't get me wrong, but, again, a bullpen healthy and rested would be very nice. I don't know how Berger's going to do tomorrow. We are facing Freddie Peralta, 2.92 to ERA. So offense better start scoring because tomorrow is not looking great for our offense. But yeah, last final point. I don't understand what this means, but it made me laugh. That one really cranks my craw. They build you up only to let you down is a classic pod dressing, but that loss stings. It's a bad loss. I mean... I was going to say they deserve to lose, but that sounds really cheap, and I don't want to say that, even though I kind of just did, so I'm retracting what I just said. But let's put it this way. We're going to lose more games if our offense doesn't start scoring more. I know we tied the game in the 9th. I know we scored 3 runs, but we can't just rely on the pitching and the bullpen to save us. Offense needs to start stepping up. But yeah. Let me know how you guys feel. Do you think today's game was blamed on Morgan? Do not blame it on Morgan, but do you think so? What do you think our offense needs to do? Do you think Bogaerts was a good leadoff hitter? I don't. How do you feel about Tatis not batting? I know he wasn't used at all today. Do you feel good about that? Do you feel bad about that? Are you happy he's rested? And just everything. How do you feel about Kolek? How do you feel about Jason Adam? What's wrong with Jason Adam? I love when you guys deep dive into the comments. What's wrong with Jason Adam? Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, expect the Merrill video probably tomorrow. I gotta do a little more research, but tomorrow's an early game, so mid-game video for me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Please subscribe, and as always, go Padres. Thank you very much. Goodbye.